The year is 2018. Our national basketball team Gilas Pilipinas was poised to make another run to qualify for the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup. 5 years prior, in its first appearance on the world stage since 1978, Gilas shocked the world by providing scintillating performances game after game. The team only won 1 out of 5 games, but it captured the hearts and minds of every basketball fan around the world. A relative unknown on the biggest basketball stage, Gilas pushed higher-ranked opponents to their limits, only losing by an average margin of 4 points. The team has had a few ups and downs after the 2014 World Cup, but everyone was optimistic about its chances in the 2019 World Cup qualifiers. The coach who led Gilas in 2014, Chot Reyes, was back at the helm, and most of the top professional players were also in the lineup. This team surely wanted to shock the world once more. And shock the world they did. But this time, for all the wrong reasons. On July 2, 2018, Gilas made news around the world as it was involved in an all-out brawl with the Australian national team. Punches were thrown, kicks were landed, chairs went flying.
Everyone coming off the bench. And Thon Maker, here they go. Calvin Thon Maker on the floor. And Thon Maker. Oh, look at Brian Cruz going after Kicker. Right at our table. This is a
The once highly adored Gilas Pilipinas started to lose its luster. The incident left a bitter taste in everyone's mouths. This is the infamous Gilas-Australia Brawl. Bukawi, Bulacan, Philippine Arena. The stage was set for what should be an exciting World Cup qualifying match between the Philippines and the visiting Australian national team. 5 months prior, the two teams faced each other in Melbourne for the first leg of the home and away format. The Australian Boomers came out on top 84-68 in a pretty uneventful game. Gilas wanted revenge so bad that it maximized one of its strengths to its advantage, the home crowd. The team usually plays its home games at the Mall of Asia Arena, but this time it decided to use the biggest indoor arena in the country. The Philippine Arena was packed on the day of the rematch. There were more than 22,000 people in attendance, hoping to witness an upset. Unfortunately, the game wasn't even close. With 4 minutes left in the third quarter, Australia was leading the Philippines 79-48. Gilas shooter R.R. Pugoy inadvertently hit Australian player Chris Goulding with 2 hard fouls. This did not sit well with Goulding's teammate Daniel Kickert, who took exception to these fouls. He rushed toward Pugoy and elbowed him in the face. Kickert's response caused naturalized big man Andre Blatch and guard Jason Castro to rush to retaliate against Kickert. Other Filipino players from the bench rushed into the court to join the brawl. All hell broke loose.
And Thon Maker, here they go. Calvin Thon Maker on the floor. And Thon Maker. Oh, look at Brian Cruz going after Kicker. Right at our table.
Tensions were already high between the Filipino and Australian camps even before the game began. Days before the match, Australia vehemently removed the on-court decals of the official sponsors Smart and Chooks to Go. The Filipinos took notice of this disrespect from the visitors. Gilas chief backer Manny V. Pangilinan said that he won't back down against the Australians. The off-court shenanigans continued as controversial Filipino player Calvin Abueva tried to trip Daniel Kickert. Kickert then responded by shoving another player who he thought was the one who tripped him. All these led to the most infamous brawl in Philippine basketball history. The brawl brought shame to our basketball-crazed nation as it portrayed Filipinos as barbaric and violent. Members of the Filipino staff and fans also got involved. The World Basketball Federation FIBA suspended 10 Gilas Pilipinas players and penalized the Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas with a hefty fine of almost 14 million pesos. Head coach Chot Reyes and assistant coach Jong Wichico were also suspended and were handed fines as well. FIBA also put the Philippines under probation for 3 years. This incident derailed the Gilas program as it put a wrench in its plans to qualify and be competitive once again in the World Cup. The hiring of an inexperienced coach and a plethora of fresh faces made it hard for the team to form a cohesive unit. Gilas still managed to qualify for the world stage on the final day of the qualifiers, but the dark cloud from the Brawl followed the team up until the World Cup itself. Call it karma if you will, but the team was embarrassed in China. The team lacked its signature puso and lost by a margin of 29 points in 5 games. Fast forward to 2021 and this dark era in the once illustrious Gilas Pilipinas program is finally over. There is hope on the horizon. A program overhaul took place and the team is headed in the right direction. Up-and-coming stars like Kai Soto and Dwight Ramos are shaping up to put the country on the basketball map once again. Here's to hoping that this next generation of Gilas players will not only exceed the heights that their predecessors reached, but also represent the country in a manner that is fitting for a true Filipino gentleman. Thanks for watching. One picture, 1,000 words.